I will be talking about the two sample t-test. Okay, so two sample t-test, it will be like it is a parametric test to compare sample means of a continuous variable for two independent group. So continuous, like you can talk about the dependent. So we were talking about the two sample t-test. So in two sample t-test, there should be independent group, dependent variable, I mean the continuous variable, and based on the two independent group, we can describe is there any differences. For example, if I want to find out if is there any differences between the internet using a frequency between the Bangladeshi male and female, as I have collected data from Bangladesh. So on the same data, I am just trying to find out is there any differences between male and female while using in terms of using internet. So it required one categorical independent variables, one categorical independent variables, that is the gender. Gender is categorical, that's why we put it as the nominal, and with two levels and one continuous dependent variable. So the categorical independent variable should have two levels. So we are having two levels, that is male and female, and the assumption of the test, and that should be considered while conducting two sample t-test. The values, data values must be independent. Okay, that means one observation should not influence the any one observation, others observation. Like the observation of one participants, it should not be influenced or affect the other participants' observation. That's why it is suggested to do random sampling technique. Then the data in each group are normally distributed. The data should be distributed normally, and the data values are continuous. Continuous is numeric. The data will be found that should be numeric. So we are having the numeric data. The variance for two independent groups are equal. We will be considering that thing after doing the test. Now, what we have to do, we have to check the normality test of two groups. So we are having two groups, male and female. Analyze, descriptive statistics, explore. Here is the internet using frequency, is the gender. Gender will be my factor list. Fine. Fine. Okay. Click on that. So here, the last normality test, we got a single table. Okay, but here we got a single table, but the value for female and male are separate. Okay, so the same way we have to check the skewness and kurtosis. We have to divide it, that value, that 0.497 value by 0.305, and it should be between plus 1.96 to minus 1.96. And for kurtosis, the same thing, 0.448 should be divided by the standard error, 0.599, and the value should be between plus 1.96 to minus 1.96. And in the main, for the male, same thing we have to do, and we have to check the the significance in the normality test. And here we can see that for female and male, both are below than 0.05, because before that we found that our data is not normally distributed, but for conducting the test, we are just conducting for showing the test. In the histogram for the female, it is okay, somewhat it is bell shape, For the male, it is not actually. There is so many gaps are there. Even in the female, there are so many gaps are there. It is not like that way. But we can conduct the test as we don't have any data apart from that. So for conducting the test, to analyze, compare means, independent sample t-test. Here, the test variable is internet using frequency, and the grouping variables are gender, and we have to define the group. Group 1 is male, group 2 is female. So click on continue. Just okay, there is nothing to select from option. Click OK. So here is the independent sample t-test. The two sample t-test and individual sample t-test are same. It is a like synonym of two sample t-test is synonym of independent sample t-test. So look here, the difference mean value. We have to focus on the mean value. Male, for male the mean value is 47.24, but for female the male value the mean value is 47.19, which is almost same. But in significance, it is more than 0.05, and t value it is less than 0.051, and significant total 0.951. So that is the alternative hypothesis that we propose. We can accept that alternative hypothesis. So the question was, is there any difference in internet addiction between male and female students? So we haven't found any difference, the difference of 0.02 or something. So we can consider it as a difference. Like there is no difference between male and female in mean internet addiction score. So we have to accept the, null hypothesis, and we have to reject our alternate hypothesis. Our alternate hypothesis was there is difference between male and female students in mean internet addiction score. So that's all about from my side. And if you have any queries regarding the independent sample t-test, you can ask. Mainly in independent sample t-test, we compare the two variables. One is independent variable, another is independent variable, but that should be categorical, and it should be divided in two categories, like male and female, married, unmarried, satisfied, dissatisfied. This is how we will conduct our independent sample t-test, and always we have to focus on the mean standard, because mean will show the differences between two things, male and female, the two groups. And finally, we have to look at the table, which is below, the significance t value and significant two-tail, and both of the value is higher than 0.05, so we can accept our hypothesis, our alternate hypothesis. So we have to accept the hypothesis that we develop as null. That's all about from my side, and thank you for listening me. I know there are so many errors there, but I tried. As it was my first time, inshallah it will be okay in the next time. And
it was quite good.